Hello YouTube and welcome to another painting disc update. It's a bit late on the day, so that happens as well. Sometimes I go on Friday. Now it's Saturday evening that I got the time to tape this little thingy. And as you know from last week, I'm in the Analog Hobbies painting competition, so I'm working mostly towards that. The only three guys who aren't eligible are still those two raptors, one I'm painting, one Nashi's painting, and Lucius for the big battle. So those will not enter the contest, but all the rest that's on the disc here will. I'll have a look at them in a moment, but I'll show you what I already entered into the competition in this first 11 days. No, 10 days, it started at 20th. So I'm currently at 109 points, which I've gained with the Slanishi units for Epic. I know I don't have much light here because it's evening in Belgium, but you can find them better on my blog. I got from Kickstarter Lancer miniatures, 10mm ECW cavalry, and I got already a unit of Alpine Gnomes, also a Kickstarter done. So I'm trying to do all the Kickstarters I've collected over the past months, being the Alpine Gnomes, 10mm English Civil War, and the Tombstone Gang. They'll be hopefully all entered into this competition this year. So it's, well, how should I say it? It's a great motivational action. So what I've got now working on, the first thing is this Empire General. It's the old guy with the big mustache. He's going to be in the Ostermark thing. Then I've already undercoated the Chariot from the Chinese. This is an old cast dwarf Earthshaker. Can't seem to find its commander. He's somewhere in another box. But that's going to be for a bonus round called Big Guns, and yeah, the Earthshaker is a big gun. Then a unit of Demonettes, also undercoated now in the past week. Then the Chosen, the white color already on the one is, I'm currently doing the light gray on everything, so I can pink and ink them like I like to call it. They will be submitted together with the remaining three raptors, which I can't enter because I wasn't started painting on them, and the two characters, the Lord and the Sorcerer in Terminator armor. So that's going to be one entry. Then there's this 15mm Flying Beast, a Dwarf Lord on a Flying Sabertooth Tiger. That's going to be for the bonus round called Flying. Then more English Civil War from Lancer miniatures, full infantry regiment, 12 pikemen and 16 handgunners, and a demi-culverin cannon. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with that guy's line there. It's a violin player, so whatever. Then the unit of 20 cultists, still awaiting undercoat. The two characters, a pirate girl from the Tombstone Kickstarter. There was a bonus figure, well, when you could select an extra loose figure due to the Kickstarter, and the Victrix figure. Lilygriff, sorry, saying Victrix. Lilygriff, she's going to be a Herald of Slanish. Then there's George Meade for my American Civil War. I'm going to enter him together with a full regiment of the Fighting 69, 40-man American Civil War. Still have to assemble them though. And then for the bonus team that's going to be called Music, I am of course going to enter Noise Marines. So that's the oversight of what I've currently got on the desk. So I hope this week to finish these 5 guys and the bonus round, because I have to enter that one by next Saturday. And also finish Lucius. That's on the target goal for this week indefinitely to do. Now I've been looking, my Emperor's Children. I'm going to do a separate tape probably tomorrow when I got daylight of what I painted for the Emperor's Children since I started again playing. And I began doing them in June. I need 3000 for May. I already achieved that goal, so once these units are done, they're going to be, well, done for the moment. I'll be painting things on and off, of course, to expand my options, but I've decided for myself, call it a New Year's resolution, that my two main goals in 2018 are going to be getting my Empire army to 4000 points, which I got models flying around everywhere for that, so that's not a problem, but I have to paint them or restore them after the massacre from the hiatus. So for the big battle in August, and for the rest I'm going to focus on painting historical models from all ranges and all kinds of periods, and I never know when I'm actually going to play with them. But like in February we're going to have a French-Indian War big battle at TSA, so there are my bridges going, which was the first unit I actually painted since I started wargaming again. And expanded my American Civil War, so finally restored them for my Arju Gate and more. I got something in my idea about Mongols after watching Marco Polo. Going to build a small force of the Chinese, of which you see the chariot there, well, things like that. But also 40k wise, because for Christmas my girlfriend gave me some nice stuff, like a box of warp talents. So when I paint those 5, the unit is at 10 and decent combat strength, because the 5 I've got now, that's too small. And she also gave me a start collecting Space Marines, so that's another character, so I get options enough then. Together with a 3rd tactical squad, or heretic squad, I keep calling them tactical squads, and a 3rd Hellbrute. So might be that I'm getting them finished as well in the Unlock Painting Challenge. Should yield me some nice points actually. I believe it's 15 for a vehicle and 5 for each infantry model, so there will be 55, 60, 70 points for the start collecting box in that competition. But that's future music, so when I get everything done that's here on the table, I would get like 50 for those, 50 for those, 15 for the chariots, 15 for the, or 10 or something for the cannon plus 20 bonus points, 10 for the general, 15 for that, 10 for him, add to that 40 infantrymen, which is another 200 points, and we've got 20 cultists is 5 points, the 2 characters 5 points, the 10mm are a point each for a figurine, I believe 2 or 3 for the cannon, so that will be like 12 and 16, 28, 30 points for that unit, 5 points for these guys, and I believe it's 5 points for a flying 15mm, plus 20 bonus, so well, I should be by the end of, when the disc is all cleared out, should be around the 500 point mark. I set myself a target of 750, so it should be no problem to reach my mark if I get my paint speed consistently up. So thanks for watching, see you again next week, probably see new units here or something, I don't know how it's gonna go this week, of course, so take care, happy new year to all of you, and may all your hobby wishes come true in 2018, and I'll see you next year, which sounds like incredibly far away, but it's like 0 in 7 days. Cheers!